Hi Rockets! Today we're going to read a story about listening, or rather a story about not listening, because the book that we're going to read today, Wordy, Birdy, by Tammi Sauer, illustrated by Dave Mottram, is about a bird, Wordy Birdy, who is not a very good listener. We're going to read this book today to find out what happens when Wordy Birdy does not listen. Let's get started. Wordy Birdy by Tammi Sauer, illustrated by Dave Mottram. Meet Wordy Birdy. Wordy Birdy has lots to say. It starts the very moment she wakes up. See? Hello sunrise, hello pink sky, hello orange sky, hello yellow sky, hello gorgeous. Whoa, there's nobody around to even talk to. Wordy Birdie's saying all this to herself the second she wakes up. She really does like to talk. Sometimes Wordy Birdie talks about what she likes. Here's a speech bubble. If you see a speech bubble, that means someone is talking, and right now this speech bubble points to Wordy Birdie, so this is what she's saying. I like spaghetti and unicorns and library books and polka dots and standing on my head, and sometimes she talks about what she doesn't like. I don't like tall grass or turtlenecks or long lines or tuna salad or losing my balloon or... And sometimes she just asks questions. Why do zebras have stripes? Is Bigfoot real? Are we there yet? But she never stops talking long enough to get the answers to her questions. She's talking all the time. Wordy Birdie is not the world's best listener. So here's some other characters. They have speech bubbles too. Here's what they say. Oh, please. Are we talking about the same bird here? Okay. Wordy Birdie is terrible at listening. That means she's really bad at it. That's more like it, says her friend. She never listens to anybody, even when she should. Here she is, she's still talking, got a lot of speech bubbles, and she says, this one time I totally went swimming with a narwhal. My third cousin Barb is a penguin, really. Do you think there's an award for Bird of the Year? Fact, people used to think that the world was flat and you could fall right off the end. What does it look like is about to happen to Wordy Birdie? She's so busy talking, it looks like she hasn't noticed she's about to fall off the end of this branch. Good thing she's a bird, and I hope she can fly. One day, Wordy Birdie takes a walk into the deep woods. And naturally, of course, she has plenty to say. That's a pretty tree, and that's a pretty danger sign, and that's a pretty tree, and... Wait a second. Did she say danger sign? Look here. There's a sign. It says danger ahead. What does danger mean? Turn back. Something unsafe is up ahead. She should turn around. But she didn't really seem to notice the sign. She saw it. She said, that's a pretty danger sign. But it doesn't seem like she's listening to it. She went right on to talking about the pretty trees. I see her friend running up. Squirrel zips in front of Wordy Birdie. What does it look like Squirrel is saying? He's got his hands out. Stop! Don't go any further! But does Wordy Birdie listen? She didn't listen to the sign. Maybe she'll listen to her friend? She does not. So we already know Wordy Birdie's not a very good listener, and she doesn't listen to Squirrel. Ooh, a pine cone. Ooh, a rock. Ooh, a sign. Ooh, a leaf. Wait a second. She saw another sign. Another sign that says wrong way. She didn't seem to pay attention to it. She saw it, and then she went right on to talking about how the leaves were pretty. Here's her friend. What does it look like he might be saying? Yeah, he's pointing at the sign like, look at the sign. Go back while you still can. But does Wordy Birdy listen? She does not. And she keeps walking. And of course she keeps talking. Even though there's another sign here that says no trespassing. That means don't go in here. And here she is. Not only is she going into this garden where she shouldn't be, she's picking vegetables too. Strawberries for me, and carrots for me, and tomatoes for me. Then Raccoon runs up and gives a piece of advice. He's running this direction. The direction from where Wordy Birdy is headed. He's running away from there. And he says, run for your life. Does Wordy Birdy listen? Surely if someone tells her to run for her life, she'll listen. What do you think? She doesn't. Whoa, it's getting darker and darker and darker and darker and darker, and oh, looky there, white circles and triangles. I love white circles and triangles. Wordy Birdy, these don't look like just any white circles and triangles. I think this is the danger. But she's too busy talking to even notice. Roar, 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 roar. Look at Wordy Birdy's face. I think she's finally run out of things to say. All she says is, oh. She was so busy talking that she didn't pay attention to any of the signs. She didn't listen to her friend. And now here's the danger, the bear. Oh no. Luckily her friends are still around. Do Squirrel, Rabbit, and Raccoon just leave Wordy Birdy there? We do not. They look like superheroes here. They're gonna come save Wordy Birdy from the danger. Come on, follow us, this way. And Wordy Birdy, what do you think she's gonna do now? I think the bear's right behind her. She listens. Phew! Hooray! We made it! Then Wordy Birdy says thank you the best way she knows how. I love you guys. Like, I really, 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 really love you. Seriously, I love you more than spaghetti and unicorns, and now that she's back to safety, she's back to talking again. Wordy Birdy still likes to talk a lot. See? Good night, sunset. Good night, orange sky. Good night, purple sky. Oh, good night, you. But sometimes she likes to listen too. And here she is, no speech bubbles. She's just listening. She's really interested in what her friends are saying. I think she learned a lesson about listening. Sometimes it's important to listen to other people too. And her friends are saying, remember when we totally saved you from that bear? We were brave and amazing, and that was so cool. That is the end of the story, Wordy Birdy. So in this book, we saw how important it is to listen. It can keep you safe. It can give you information about things coming up ahead. If Wordy Birdy had just listened to the signs or her friends, she would not have wound up in that danger at the end of the story. Some other reasons why it's important to listen are because you can learn things from your friends, from your grown-ups, from your teachers and your neighbors. You can learn new things if you stop talking and listen every once in a while. And it also just makes people feel good when you take a break from talking and listen to them. So I bet Wordy Birdy's friends felt really good here when she was listening to them, and not like earlier in the book when she wasn't listening and they looked like this, annoyed. So Wordy Birdy, it's a funny book. I'm so glad that Wordy Birdy didn't actually end up in danger. It also teaches us a nice lesson about taking time to listen, not just talk. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you for our next read aloud. Bye, Rockets.